Oh boy, what shall I do in Warframe today? Let me just randomly click on something. Oh hey, it's a dojo! That's been a long time. Let's see what shit lies in here. Let's all come together as this group of like-minded individuals sharing the same agenda to create this imaginary connecting concept which will allow us to achieve collectively shared goals within the boundaries of the Warframe universe. It's a sentence I've never heard anyone say in the history of Warframe ever. Even so, we're stuck in this game with clans, the most empty, unimaginative, and dreadful thing in the entire game. God, they're so bland and pointless. Just being in a dojo, the physical manifestation of it makes me want to fucking die. Now the problem with our so-called Warframe clans is not that they are a one-off which simply doesn't work. In fact, it's so common in the entire game industry that you will have a hard time finding a multiplayer game that doesn't feature a system just like this. Whether it's called a clan or an alliance or any other synonym the developers could find on the internet, it all serves the same purpose of connecting players and giving them this false sense that they can have a social life with a virtual group of people. But to be honest, in many games this works out very well, especially games that are centered around the success of the clan and good teamwork will manage to forge bonds between players that go beyond the game itself. In which case, I would call the clan a nice and well developed game feature. Simply because of this, clans in Warframe have managed to become the total exact opposite. This is because the gameplay centers around the individual player. Everything you do, maybe regular missions, quests, or even community events, they're all there for you to get more mastery, for you to get more loot, and for you to get exclusive items. Yes, you do play with other people, but as far as gameplay is concerned, these can be complete strangers you never chat, speak, or interact with in any way. This means that the clan feature is totally unnecessary. In fact, there's nothing in this entire game that would even remotely require a system like this. So it just feels as part of a game developing checklist, which has just been put in the game to make it work. Oh, just put in the clan, that's what gamers love, is what I imagine has been said when they put in this feature. But what if I want to have fun with my friends? The clan is the only way to keep up with my friends and see if they're online. Oh wait, what does this friends button do? Now the idea may be very pointless, but as long as the actual thing holds some substance, it can still work. Take a look at Sharkwing, that's pretty fucking pointless. But we still all like, oh wait, we don't. Anyway, clans are just an abundance in every single way. Nothing in the game connects to them. You can't go from your dojo into a mission, you can't even take your squad with you. They don't connect in any way to the Warframe lore and have never been part of any quest line. Even the blueprints you can find in them are just the blueprints they needed to dump somewhere, as they just weren't important enough. Clans literally play such an unimportant role in this game that once you have researched all the blueprints, you can just leave the clan and your gameplay will not be affected in any way at all. However, this week something has shown up that's changed everything around. At long last, we finally saw a worldwide Warframe operation coming up, and oh mama, has that been a long time. If I'm brutally honest, I can't even remember when the last one was, and I'm not going to be bothered to look it up either. But from the moment it launched, it became awfully clear to me why we do not have more of these so-called events.
Why do I know Warframe's gonna die? Warframe is dying. I want to play my own game. I don't want to do effort.
Yes, the moment the operation started, the entire community got mad like the world was about to collapse, and said it was the worst event ever. I would like to break this to you, but whatever you do, leave the dreading to me, okay? So what was this operation about? Operation the Pacifism Defect is all about rescuing defectors from the Grenier, named Gafor, who do not want to fight any longer but are trapped on an infested vessel and it's up to the players to save them. Like usual, you have several tiers with different rewards, which this time turn out to be all cosmetics. Now here's something I actually really like. I mean, look at it, it's a complete cosmetic set that doesn't even look bad at all. It's great, and I know that I will definitely take pride and pleasure in wearing it from time to time. You see, not all event rewards have to be special weapons that will only be used once, just to feed onto the endless pile of mastery points. It just becomes so bland and boring. Do the thing, get the points, get the weapon, and repeat. As long as we can only carry 3 weapons per mission, what's the point in getting all sorts of weapon variations? But before I could sit back and enjoy, there was something more. Because like every event, you could ultimately get an event weapon, which this time around was the Ignis Wraith. As much as I would like to, I'm not going to give you any other description of this weapon other than it's the Wraith version of that flamethrower. Trust me, that's all you need to know. To get this weapon, you have to score points with your clan. Yes, you heard me, score points with your clan. This meant that people had to work together for once, or else they wouldn't get the top tier reward. And of course, what to expect than people getting their act together and putting all their time into playing the game? I mean, complaining on the fucking forums. I mean, it's alright to ditch out criticisms, I do it too, but at least I try to give some reason as to why I disagree with something. Just simply saying that an event or scoring system is shit, just because you can't reach it by yourself, even though it was designed to be challenging for people to reach it collectively, is a bit, it's just fucking stupid. In fact, I believe that this event did rather well with the rewards. It's been the very first time that the clan has been so actively involved into something that it would have been rather confusing and frustrating to lock in a reward that could only be obtained by a fully active clan. However, all the rewards you could get were the exact same weapon. Now of course the second tier, where you could get the equipments with a slot and a potato, was pretty good, and the blueprint research for the top 10% of the clans was possibly even better for future members. But still, there's nothing to get worked up about. It's just a silly 12 platinum you have to go through if you don't have a slot already. And there you have it, the second tier reward. And speaking of the blueprint, it seems as though everyone has failed to realize that in 2 weeks time this boy will come around and bring the weakness rave again. No one was meant to score well in this event, because even though we'd been informed numerous times about that a clan event was coming up and that we needed to get our act together, they all knew no one would even bother to listen, as clans were already dead to begin with. Finally though, clans have been given a bit of life, a bit of reason for their pitiful existence. With a new kingpin system coming up, made especially for clans, why not allow it a chance? I mean, if it's going to be in the game anyway, let's make it the least dreadful, shall we? This event was nothing serious, just a bit of fun and a heads up that clans will be playing a more important role in the future, where your clan activity may grant you real exclusive rewards. So take this event as a lesson to be learned and get your act together. Unless of course the E will not go through with any more development of the clan after this, in which case, clans are dead to me.